Question: is this reaction dangerous? Yes, it is. Why? Because it could be a sign of a top well below this resistance level that we did warn you guys about yesterday in yesterday's video. What a coincidence, right? And this could be the start of a reversal, as we can see here on the daily chart. Of course, although the moment is delicate, we still see many interesting opportunities and we will talk about them in this video. My name is Nathan. Welcome to another daily analysis video here at the Finance Hydra channel. And yes, we have a classic bearish reaction below a critical resistance level. I did warn you guys about yesterday, guys, the 630s. That's the key inflection point for you. We gotta see SPY leaving the 630s behind, okay? Preferably closing above it in order to maintain the bullish bias, in order to seek higher levels, because by making a top signal below this resistance level, we may see a technical reversal ahead, okay? Of course, this top signal wasn't triggered yet. Maybe SPY won't trigger it at all, but in order to frustrate, in order to reject this bearish possibility for real, we gotta see the breakout of the 630s as soon as possible, preferably tomorrow, in order to avoid a sharper correction. Because if you ask me, if we see the SPY losing today's low, losing the 21-day EMA, which is acting as a support level today, by the way, if we lose these key points right now, we may completely reject the idea of another bullish rally and trigger a technical top signal below this resistance level. In this case, guys, remember, uptrends are made of higher highs, higher lows. All right? Higher highs, higher lows. Right now, we are going up. We are in an uptrend. Downtrends are made of lower highs, lower lows. Okay, that's what we see in downtrends. Now, if we see, by materializing a top signal, a high, below the previous top, and by losing the previous support level, making a low lower than the previous low, SPY is going to trigger the first bearish pivot point seen since March this year, okay? In roughly 5 months. So guys, that would be a very dangerous situation for the SPY, okay? This possible top signal could change everything in the SPY ETF. Now, Nathan, okay, I do understand what SPY needs to do in order to reject this bearish possibility, but what if we see the SPY making a top signal and triggering this bearish pivot point? What could possibly happen? Then in this scenario, since we are going to technically reverse the medium-term trend, we are going to trigger a long-term pullback observed on the weekly chart, okay? On the weekly chart, we see a top signal last week, all right? A bearish engulfing candle pattern, which is a very dangerous candle pattern, by the way. By losing last week's low, yes, the SPY will automatically trigger this bearish pivot point. And in this case, our next technical target could be the 21 weekly moving average, the exponential moving average on the weekly chart, and that could be the sharper correction SPY needs so badly right now, because if you ask me, yes, we are quite far away from this 21 weekly moving average. We deserve a sharper correction, but guys, no correction is going to materialize unless we see the SPY first making a real top signal, losing today's low, losing the 21-day EMA support, and secondly, by materializing a lower high, lower low. That's what SPY needs in order to truly reverse this uptrend. Because guys, for now, yes, we are technically bullish, okay? In spite of what I want to see the SPY making, we are bullish. period. There is no discussion regarding this topic, okay? We are still inside what seems to be an ascending channel, all right? And right now, we are just retesting this ascending channel's support level. So if SPY is about to make a bottom signal, is about to frustrate any possibility of a sharper correction, now that we are first near this 21-day EMA, near this support line of this ascending channel, now would be the perfect time to see the SPY making a bullish reaction, okay? Perfect time to do so. But by making this pivot point, by losing this ascending channel's support level, yes, we may expect more correction ahead, okay? That's how I see the SPY ETF right now. The QQQ shares the very same idea, okay? We see the QQQ near the support line of its own ascending channel, okay? We are still going up nicely. We are still maintaining the uptrend. That's a fact. We are bullish. However, by losing the previous support level around 551, by materializing a top signal after closing this gap over here around 564, just below this resistance level, by making a top signal in this area, losing your support levels, losing this ascending channel's support line, and of course by making a lower high, lower low, yes, the QQQ would also technically reverse, okay? These are the key points for you to watch from here. This resistance area near the 564 and support level near 551. These, only a breakout of one of these key inflection points will bring something new on the QQQ. For now, we are dangerously weak, okay? We are dangerously close near this resistance level, making a top signal. So we should pay attention to this key point, to these key points very closely from now on, because it all depends on the direction of the next breakout. Now, when we analyze Nvidia, guys, Nvidia looks very nice. It is looking very good. And what we see right here, right now, is a possible lower high. Okay, we see a high lower than the previous high. There is still time to react, of course. If you ask me, if we see Nvidia breaking the 180s again, yes, we are gonna see another bullish pivot point, another higher high, higher low. It is going to maintain the bullish bias on the 1-hour chart, okay, above the 21-hour EMA. However, if we see Nvidia losing this support level, making a bearish pivot point on the 1-hour chart, possibly we're gonna see a top signal on the daily chart as well. And here the key point is very clear to me, 174. By losing the 174, Nvidia is going to trigger a sharper correction, possibly losing the 21-day EMA as well. On the weekly chart, we see a possible top signal. Last week we had this phenomenal gravestone doji candle pattern, and right now we are above last week's high, so okay, that's quite good. But if we see Nvidia losing last week's low, materializing a bearish pivot point on the daily chart, then it's over, okay? Then it's totally over. We are gonna possibly see a sharper correction on the weekly chart back to this 21 weekly moving average area, okay? That's how I see Nvidia right now. So the key inflection point is the breakout of this pivot point on the 1-hour chart around 180s. We gotta close above 180s tomorrow in order to reject the bearish possibility I'm describing to you guys right here, right now. And yes, this channel is all about possibilities, scenarios, so we can adjust our strategies, okay? Because I do share many interesting strategies with you guys here on this channel. I share strategies on Nvidia, Tesla. Yesterday, I did share a very nice insight on SoFi. Okay, if you missed yesterday's video, just take a look over there because the trading strategy is still valid. Okay, it is still valid today, all right? So I do share many valuable insights for you guys here. I share a lot of ideas, and of course, if you want to trade with us for real, become a member of our traders group. Join the 5% project. Only there our members receive first-hand exclusive signals and strategies, the result of our trading methodology that balances advanced technical analysis and risk management. It's simply the perfect environment for you to learn in practice how to trade professionally without stress, fear, or anxiety. If you are curious about it, you should know it is free to try. Okay, it's totally free for 7 days, no strings attached. See if you like it. We have been helping traders become profitable for over 2 years now. We have a very nice track record, and you are invited to join us. For more information, the link to my website is in this video's description. It's right here below in the description. Okay, take a look over there, see if you like what we have to offer. Now, okay, for now, guys, if you ask me, Nvidia is not necessarily a buy, but it is not necessarily a sell. I do not see any meaningful opportunity on Nvidia right now, so I would just wait on the sidelines for the risk-reward relationship to improve. I see way better stocks right now at this moment, and I do share them on my Telegram channel. Now, Tesla is another stock that is on my personal watch list. I am about to give you guys a buy signal in Tesla over here, but guys, Tesla, if we don't see any clear bottom signal, any clear amazing opportunity, Tesla is not gonna be a buy. Although we are near a support level, okay, inside this symmetrical triangle chart pattern, although we are trying to react, I do not see clear opportunity in Tesla. I see way better stocks right now, stocks looking way better than Tesla, so I prefer to wait a little bit more over here as well, okay? There are better opportunities to buy than Tesla. Now, but what about to sell Tesla? Guys, the same logic applies, okay? It is not a good sell right now because we are clearly trying to react near this support level. So selling Tesla near support level, it is not for me, not right now at this moment. So again, just like Nvidia, just like other stocks, here in Tesla, I am personally neutral, okay? I do not see any meaningful, bright opportunity right here, right now. If Tesla flies, fantastic. I will be very happy for you who bought Tesla, but it is not for me. On the weekly chart, we see this triangle over here, right? And we see the 21 weekly moving average totally flat as well. So yes, only a meaningful reaction, only a very good breakout could bring something new in Tesla. Right now, there is no such thing, okay? What's more, buying Tesla right here, it feels too risky because the indices are losing momentum. So right now, if you ask me, I prefer to focus on low beta stocks. Okay, that's what we are doing on our Telegram channel, focusing on low beta stocks, stocks with less correlation to the indices, okay, that are less vulnerable to all of this mess we see in the stock market, okay? So these stocks, they usually perform very well. They are easy to trade, so that's my main focus right now, okay? I'm not saying that you should not buy Tesla or you should not sell Tesla. This is entirely up to you, okay? But right now, all that I'm saying is that Tesla is not for me, okay? It is not for me, Nathan. Now, AMD, this one, if you ask me, deserves a better pullback, okay? It does deserve a better pullback because on the 1 hour chart, we saw this double top right here, right now, and then we started losing momentum. Now we are sideways. On the daily chart, we see a top signal over here, which was technically triggered, by the way. We see another top signal today struggling around the 174, the previous resistance level over here, the previous gap level over here. So yes, this key point is extremely important for AMD. Right now, if we see AMD making a pullback to the 21-day EMA, let's not panic, because it does make sense. A pullback in this context would make perfect sense. Right now, AMD is collapsing 3% after earnings, okay? After earnings report, so maybe that's the excuse we need to see AMD retesting our support levels so we can buy AMD again. Because yes, AMD is insanely bullish. Any pullback could be just another buying opportunity, because again, we are in an uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows, all right? So any pullback over here would be just phenomenal. I would love to see a pullback, but right now we are in progress, okay? This pullback is in progress. Let's see if AMD will retest the 160 area or not. For now, it is just collapsing after earnings. That's totally normal. This volatility is expected. It does not mean anything. It is not a reversal. It is just a pullback. All right. So possibly we're gonna see another buying opportunity on AMD. So yes, I am quite optimistic over here. We'll see, right? We'll see. And right now we see Palantir flying 7% today. 7% today, almost 8%. Okay, Nathan, is this a top signal? No. Why? Because in order for this to be a top signal, we would have to see Palantir losing today's low, along with making a bearish pivot point on the 1-hour chart. For now, there is no such reaction. For now, we only see a phenomenally bullish candle. Okay, what's more, even if we see Palantir losing momentum, remember, just like AMD, we are bullish. So any pullback to this 21-day EMA could be just another buying opportunity. So if you ask me, Palantir could be another buy, but we gotta see pullback first, like AMD is doing. Okay, AMD is correcting already. It is pullbacking right now. So if tomorrow we see AMD getting closer to this 21-day EMA, and in the next few days we see bullish reaction in this area, amazing. That's gonna be amazing. That's gonna be the excuse we need to buy AMD. Okay, so no reason to panic, no reason to stress. All right, but Nathan, I bought AMD over here, guys. I can't stress enough how important it is for us to buy near support levels, not near resistance levels. Why? Because the risk-reward ratio is better near support levels. I have to say this nearly every single day here on this channel, but guys, trust me, you would be amazed on how many people still don't understand these ideas, these concepts, all right? Our trading philosophy, and honestly, our philosophy is not hard at all, okay? It is quite easy to understand. Always buy near inflection points when the risk-reward ratio is optimized, when we are near a clear support level, and when we see a clear reaction near this support level. Okay, for instance, a few days ago, I did recommend you guys to buy Walmart on June 14, okay? This one took many days to trigger our buy signal. And then I saw some people scared over here. Oh, Nathan, should we buy Walmart before the breakout? Oh, but guys, are you listening to me? We gotta always wait for confirmation, wait for the breakout, and then we buy. Then we surf another rally because we don't know. Maybe Walmart is not gonna trigger our buy signal at all. Maybe it is going to collapse from here. Maybe, right? We don't know. We never know. Trading is reactive. It is not predictive. That's how we can trade without stress, without fear, because we only react to what we see. We only analyze charts, trends, identify a bottom signal, set stop loss, set our targets, and that's it. Very simple. It is not hard at all, but many people, they want to complicate things, all right? It is so easy. It is just like the 7 days trial I offer you guys on our Telegram channel. I see people asking me, Nathan, are you talking about 7 business days or 5 days? I mean 7 days. Okay, if today is August 5, it means that 7 days from here, it's gonna be August 12. For me, of course, I don't know for you, but for me, that's what 7 days means. I never said business days, I never said 5 days, I only said 7 days. I see so many people overcomplicating things, right? It is crazy. Guys, for now, back to AMD, we don't know if AMD is going to collapse. We don't need to know in order to trade well. But all that we know is that we gotta avoid buying near top signals, near resistance levels, and every single time we see AMD approaching our support level, we wanna try to buy. We wanna try to nail a good bottom signal in order to surf another rally. Because that's what AMD is doing, is in an uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows. What if AMD fails in reacting over here? So it's not gonna be a buy. Nathan, what if AMD triggers a bottom signal? What if we buy AMD and then it starts to fall? Then AMD will trigger your stop loss. Cut your losses quickly. Mitigate your losses while maximize your profits. That's how we work over here. So do you see why and how we can avoid stress? How we can avoid feeling anxiety, fear in this market? Because we always have a plan. We always have the answer for every single step we take. That's how you trade professionally, all right? And I see so many people asking me about Intel Corporation. Guys, it's been a while since we don't analyze Intel here on this channel. And excuse me. Excuse me. Now, Intel is making a bottom signal, okay? Nice bottom signal above this support area. As far as I know, the $18 is a very, very important support level since August last year. Since 1 year ago, we see this key point being retesting multiple times, right? Multiple times without a clear breakout. So if you want to buy Intel, buy near the $18 area, okay? That's the key point you want to buy. Now, by making a bottom signal over here, yes, Intel is giving us a nice signal that, yes, it is bouncing from here. Our first resistance level is the 21-day EMA, and maybe we are going to seek our next top level near the $24. Now, what's the problem over here? The problem is that if we see any top signal below this 21-day EMA, this could be another dead cat bounce before another collapse, okay, to the $18. Now, if we see the breakout of this 21-day EMA, amazing. You have more confirmation that Intel is going to seek higher levels, like the $24. If you ask me, Nathan, what do you prefer to see on Intel? I prefer to see a dead cat bounce and another drop because I want to buy near the $18. Okay, that's how I see Intel. If Intel fails in losing momentum, in making a top signal over here, patience, all right? We have other opportunities, but it is not an amazing buying opportunity right now, if you ask me. So that's how I prefer to see a dead cat bounce and then another correction to the $18, okay? So we can buy near this support level. When we see a clear, meaningful bottom signal, that would be perfect. But right now, Intel is not an amazing buying opportunity, but if you want to buy Intel, well, just go for it. Just set your stop loss below today's low, okay? And watch out for this 21-day EMA, period, okay? That's these are the inflection points for you on Intel, because guys, don't you agree that by setting a stop loss below today's low, Intel is going to completely frustrate any bullish possibility, possibly retesting lower levels? Remember guys, stop losses are here to protect us from bigger losses, okay? They are good, all right? We should not be angry. We should not panic when our stocks hit their stop losses, because that's fine. It is part of our strategy. Losing money, I mean, guys, it is not about avoiding losses, okay? It is about mitigating losses. So in the end, you can learn how to maximize your profits, and then your losses, well, they will be just tax credit for you, all right? So that's how we see stop loss. That's how we see technical analysis, all right? It is a way, it is a tool for us to manage risk. Deal? Now, guys, maybe Intel is not a phenomenal buying opportunity, but Amazon could be. Okay, Amazon could be a very nice buying opportunity because guys, let me adjust my camera for 1 second over here. Excuse me. Okay, now it's better. Because Amazon is back to this support level, previous resistance level, okay? And we are struggling around this support level near the 214. Is there any bottom signal on Amazon right here, right now? No, there is no bottom signal. But don't you agree that if we see a bottom signal, not an advice, but if we see a bottom signal, Amazon could trigger. Let me scratch my nose over here for 1 second. If you have cats, you know what I mean, right? We always have fur, cat hair on our noses. Now, if we see an amazing, clear bullish reaction above this support level, don't you agree that it could be a buying opportunity? Because the stop loss will be very cheap, all right? Will be below the 214 area, while the target is going to be at least to close this gap over here around 231. So the risk reward ratio would make sense. In the end, it's all about risk reward ratio. Okay, so it is an inflection point for Amazon. So it all depends on how we are going to react from here. And by the way, if you are still watching this video for nearly half an hour, it's too late for you, okay? It's too late. It's time for you to subscribe, because clearly you do like the content. Clearly you do like the content. Click on the like button as well to support me, because we are here every single day sharing many ideas, many insights here on this channel. So again, come on, subscribe, like. Please, your support means a lot. Seriously, it means a lot. I am very grateful for your trust, for your audience, for trusting in our work over here. So thank you very much. Now, it all depends on the risk-reward relationship. If it is good, okay, it makes sense to buy. If it's not good, okay, let's not buy. We can afford to not buy something, all right? So yes, Amazon looks very good. It is on my radar as well. But Nathan, what if we fail in reacting above the 214? Okay, we are just gonna maintain the downtrend, all right? Because that's what Amazon is doing, is collapsing. Our next support level will be the 207, all right? And then we'll see how to proceed. Then we just not buy. That's very simple, okay? So either way, Amazon is on my list. It is on my radar. So remember to subscribe, join the 5% project, free trial, 7 days. See if you like it. Thank you very much for your audience, my dear friends. See you guys tomorrow as usual. Stay safe. Bye-bye.